Excellent. Thank you so much for joining. And yeah, you're early, and it's 10 o'clock here. So what time is it there? Is it is it 6 or 7?
7:03 right now.
Gotcha. I always get confused about the time change. Anyway, I'm going to just kind of introduce. My name is Radlin Mendoza. We have Dominique Sampson. We also have Cesar Chamorro from the West Coast. And we're discussing specifically the field office directors in Norfolk, their process. Well, actually, didn't talk about processing time, just an update we had we had a virtual meeting with the field office director. I don't know if they do that where you are, Cesar. It's very helpful to get these virtual meetings with our field office director to let us know what's going on or what's not going on. So we're going to just kind of go through our notes of that discussion, and I'm just trying to see here if we're live. And again, appreciate it, Cesar, that you're here. And it's audio only, and it's kind of crazy, and and I think because I'm doing it through StreamYard, and whoever comes on can ask a question, and we'll see it. So Dom, do you want to get us started on just an overview of what happened at our virtual meeting with the field office director?
Sure. So it's basically just an update as to kind of the personnel that's in Norfolk right now and what's going on with adding additional potential officers to help with their caseload. They also went over kind of what's the backgrounds of some delays that could impact somebody's case at the Norfolk field office. They also updated their information about the COVID protocols that they have as well for people who have interviews there. And basically they just went over kind of, some questions that most people may have because there is kind of like a delay with everything that's going on with COVID and with immigration cases at this time.
Right. So the issue is that they're still experiencing we're still experiencing these delays in Norfolk, and a lot of it is dealing with staffing and just people calling out. They do have these kind of COVID guidelines with regard to calling out and not coming to the office. And Dom, can you explain that a little bit? What Frank Reffel just talked about, and with regard to just the delays, and what we're experiencing in our office right now is sometimes our clients will go to an interview with our clients, and basically the officer like, okay, everything's good to go, you should be approved soon, or we're going to send you a request for evidence. And what happens is that doesn't happen for many months. And one of the questions that we had was, hey, what's up? Why, when the officer says this X is going to happen, it doesn't happen within, typically that happens within 30 days, 60 days, but we're out like 90, 120 days. Our clients are like, hey, what's going on? And I specifically asked the field office director, I was like, hey, what should we tell our clients? And Dom, do you want to talk about the answer that he gave?
He said the word patience a lot. So so he advised patience for people, and the main reason is really is COVID related. So if somebody might be sick or is feeling sick, per the regulations, they have to stay home. Or if somebody in their family or they've been in contact with does get sick or does get COVID, they don't want that person to come into the office and potentially, cause illnesses with the other coworkers. So that has greatly impacted the processing times of cases post interviews.
Right. And this basically with those officers who are supposed to be working on the decisions, they're getting pulled into 45 interviews, 751s, naturalization interviews, whatever that day may bring, what that officer who called in was supposed to be working on. So I understand that. I definitely understand that situation. But Dom, you're right. It's just like, tell your clients to be patient. I mean, but we can all be but so patient, right? Because we've all been, some of these clients have been waiting for over a year. So that was, again, understandable, but probably not acceptable to our clients anyway, right? Caesar and Barbara, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We have Caesar, who is practicing out of the West Coast, and he's a paralegal for an immigration law firm in Los Angeles. And we have Barbara joining us from the Midwest, the great Midwest. Barbara Griffin, if you guys want to add anything with regard to what's going on where you guys are locally with processing times and things like that, I would love to hear your feedback. We are currently live streaming, so this is being recorded, and anything that you say is going to be live streamed. I'm supposed to tell you guys that before you get on stage and agree to talk. But so what about biometrics, Dom?
So right now, according to the field office director, that has really just kind of gone down to a trickle in terms of scheduling biometrics. So what they're trying to do now is trying to reuse any prior biometrics that the applicant may have to help with the processing of that case.
Yeah, that word was used. The word trickle was used with regard to biometrics. I mean, so I don't think there was a reason, right? I mean, with regard to biometrics, I don't understand the scheduling or what the holdup is. And I was having some tech issues that day, and I think that was one of the very first things that he talked about was the trickle. But did he talk about why that was, or was it just?
Well, he actually talked about it in a previous coffee with the field office director when they mentioned that they were only really able to schedule 8 to 10 biometrics appointments previously because of the regulations. They're only allowed up to 100 people in the building at one point in time. And because of people calling in sick and having to basically kind of pitch in and do other things that that they weren't scheduled to do that day, somebody who could have been supervising the biometrics appointment downstairs, they might have to be pulled in and do work on interviews or work on other cases. So that has led to the trickle of biometrics appointments that we're seeing right now.
Great. It's all great news. Just kidding. And so from what we've been seeing, and Caesar and Barbara, love your feedback on this. Our office is still kind of processing cases like green card applications based on, marriage or family members. We're still seeing that at 6 to 8 months, right, Dom?
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that hasn't changed, thankfully. I think that the holdup is after the interview by far. That's what we're kind of experiencing, was what we talked about before. And that is due to just the COVID call outs and the workforce just kind of being overtasked with switching gears and doing those interviews. But with regard to getting in front of an immigration officer, currently we're still seeing 6 to 8 months. What about you guys?
This is Caesar. So in terms of interviews here in the Los Angeles field office, we're seeing them within a year. I think I've had a few clients already that we filed in February or after February 2020 that have gone to interview. Some of them even, I think, at 9 months for one of them that I calculated. So from data filing to green card in hand, about 9 months, approximately 1 year. There's really hasn't been any delay.